EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers. Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go. Mega. Ready?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now a second down throw for Love here.
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go. Love looking to throw it.
That went behind his man, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Love.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down to the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On third down, Love.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line.
Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doc.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field. Probably.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Nothing our score after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Strike. Check striker. Let's go. Full set.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
There he goes right side. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing. Love. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
52 blaster.
Love from the gun. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 3rd and 6.
To throw is Prescott.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. That'll give them 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Black Ulster. Drill.
First down, love to pass. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. First down, going to the air with Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He sets up the screen to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it makes the score 21-10.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Prescott to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Prescott off play action. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. 4th down, Prescott escaping the pressure right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Blue striker. Slide 2. Ready?
2nd down, Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He wants it all for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Check smash. Claude Ray.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, an even 90 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11.
Go play, bro. That was go play.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They toss it down to Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 5. Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard,
a 12-yard. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Pollard again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down and 8. To the air, Allen. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down. So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Third and long for Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. I'm speechless. You're back in the shadow of your own goalpost. What? Talk. I don't know.
I was hoping you would keep talking.
First half,
I was hoping that you weren't speechless, because I have no explanation for this. It does remind me a little bit of a playoff game in the NFL a few years back, where they ran a real trick play that was actually named after a song title. And they end up fumbling the ball deep in their own territory, set a bad tone for the game, and end up losing a playoff game. That's what that call there reminded me of.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. So it takes him just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game.
He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 77 yards. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
On the return, Deontay Hardy. And running with power here. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Allen on third. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Prescott.
He finds his man, Pollard.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Prescott. He gets it to Cooks.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play fake. Here's Prescott on the move to his left. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Prescott now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back now in Arlington. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Throwing on first down is Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Cook up the gut. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Here's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's second down and 3. To throw is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's first and goal. Allen. They'll run with Cook. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Allen. And Cook has it, left side. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Here we go. The noise deafening. Fourth and goal. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott off play action, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. And quickly they get to the line. Prescott now from the 50. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide...
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Throwing is Allen. Open man downfield is Davis.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That